In the beginning, there was only the rhythm of the universe. It did not speak, yet it was full of wisdom. Welcome. I am Zanashi, a guide on your journey to deep peace, to restful sleep, to a mind free from worries. Have you ever truly noticed the harmony in this world? The way everything flows effortlessly, as if guided by something unseen? Look around. The trees swayed gently. The rivers whispered, and the winds carried the secrets of the earth. Nature, untouched, unhurried, and pure, knew the secret of balance. It is not about control, my friend. Life is not about imposing order, nor about pushing against the flow. Life is a dance. And like all dances, it requires balance. Chapter 2. Balance. Imagine a tree standing in the forest. It does not worry about the wind, nor does it fight the rain. It simply stands, grounded, rooted deep in the earth, knowing that it is a part of the whole. The tree is balanced because it knows it cannot control the wind, just as it cannot control the rain. Yet, it stands. It grows. It reaches for the sky, always in harmony with the forces that surround it. In the same way, life is a dance of forces. Some we can control, others we cannot. The balance is not found in pushing against what is, but in surrendering to it. Think of a river. It flows without resistance, carving its way through valleys and mountains, always moving forward, always accepting the course it must take. When a river reaches a rock, it does not stop. It does not argue with the rock. It does not shout, "Move." No, it simply flows around it, finding its way, finding balance. And this, my friend, is the secret to living with balance. Life will bring obstacles. Life will bring challenges. There will be moments when you feel as if you are stuck, as if the current of life is too strong, and you are too small. But remember the river. Flow with life. Surrender. Do not resist. Do not fight. Because fighting will only create more resistance. A wise yogi knows this. The yogi knows that the path to balance is not a straight line. It is a winding path, full of unexpected turns. And yet, the yogi does not seek to control the path. The yogi walks with it, aware, awake. In yoga, the practice is not to conquer your body, but to find harmony with it, to listen to its whispers, to move with its natural rhythm. There is balance in stillness. There is balance in movement. The balance is not in the external world, but within. When your mind is still, when your heart is quiet, the world becomes clear. The balance you seek is already inside you. Meditation is the art of finding that stillness within. It is not about achieving anything, but about being. When you sit in meditation, you are not trying to stop your thoughts. You are simply watching them, observing them without attachment. And as you watch, you begin to realize that you are not the thoughts. You are the observer. You are the space between the thoughts. And in that space, there is balance. Life is not about achieving some ideal balance, but about accepting the flow of life as it is. It is about surrendering to the moment. Trusting that the universe, like the river, will carry you exactly where you need to go. When you trust the flow, when you stop fighting, you begin to find your true balance. And in that balance, there is peace. Now, sit with this. Let it sink into your being. Breathe deeply. Life is a dance, a beautiful, chaotic, harmonious dance, and you are part of it. The more you let go, the more you surrender, the more you will find your own rhythm, your own balance, and in that balance, you will find freedom. You are not the doer of life. You are the observer. Life moves around you, and you move with it. But you are not in control, and that is the beauty of it. The more you try to control life, the more it slips through your fingers, like water running through your hands. The tighter you hold, the faster it escapes. Let go and watch the flow unfold. In the stillness of nature, there is wisdom. The mountains stand tall, not because they strive to be tall, but because they are content with simply being. The ocean does not chase the shore. It meets it gently, with patience and understanding. Balance is not found in effort. It is found in surrender, in accepting life as it comes, without resistance, without judgment. Think of the sky. It does not ask for the clouds to be perfect. It simply holds them with openness, without trying to change their form. The clouds come and go, and the sky remains unchanged. So it is with you. Life will bring many clouds, many storms, many moments of doubt. But you are the sky. You are the vastness, and nothing can disturb your peace. When you remember who you are. Do not let the storms of life define you. You are not the clouds. You are the sky that holds them. When you stop fighting, when you stop trying to force life into your image, you will discover that the beauty of life lies in its unpredictability, in its wildness, its freedom, its rhythm. Meditation teaches you this truth. In the silence of your mind, you realize that everything you need is already here within you. You do not need to search for peace. You do not need to chase happiness. You do not need to fight for balance. All of these things are within you, waiting to be recognized. In meditation, there is no goal. There is no destination. There is only the present moment. And in that moment, you find everything. Everything you seek is already here. Balance is not something you find in the outside world. It is something you discover within, like a still pond, reflecting the beauty of the universe, perfect in its simplicity, So stop seeking. Stop striving. Stop running after life and allow yourself to simply be. For when you are at peace with yourself, when you are in harmony with life, the world unfolds before you in perfect balance. You are not the body. You are not the thoughts. You are not the emotions. You are the awareness that watches it all. Life is a dance, and you are the silent witness. You do not need to move. You do not need to change. You are the stillness behind the movement. The more you cling to the moment, the more it escapes you. Like the wind slipping through your fingers, it cannot be caught. It cannot be held. But when you let it flow, it becomes a part of you. The trees stand in the breeze, not trying to be anything, just standing, rooted in their existence, and the wind flows through them. Without effort, without resistance, this is the dance of life. It does not ask for your effort. It does not ask for your struggle. It simply asks for your surrender. The river flows. It does not fight the rocks. It does not fight the banks. It flows. And in its flow, it is free. When you stop fighting, when you stop trying to control the flow, you will realize that you are the river. You are the freedom. You are the peace. The mind may try to take control, but the mind is like the wind. It comes, it goes, but the sky remains. The sky does not try to hold the wind. It simply lets it pass. You are the sky. You are the vastness, and nothing can disturb your peace unless you allow it. When you are in tune with yourself, you will find that life becomes effortless. Like a bird flying, it does not struggle to stay in the air. It simply surrenders to the wind, and the wind carries it. In the stillness of your being, you will find everything you need, not in the future, not in the past, but in the present moment. Let go. Let go of all the stories. Let go of all the plans, and simply be. In this being, you will discover a peace that has always been within you, a peace that has never left you. So relax, surrender, and allow life to unfold in its own time, in its own rhythm, and you will see that it is perfect, just as it is. You are not the thoughts that arise. You are the awareness that observes them. thoughts come and go, like clouds passing through the sky. They are not you. They are simply visitors. When you stop identifying with them, you will realize you are the space in which they appear. A vast, empty space that holds all things without effort, without attachment. The more you try to control your thoughts, the more they will control you. Like chasing shadows. The more you chase, the farther they run. But when you sit quietly, when you simply watch, you will find that they disappear on their own. There is no need to force anything. Life is not a battlefield. It is a flow, and you are the observer of that flow. You do not need to fight the current. You do not need to swim against it. You simply need to trust and be carried by it, like a leaf floating on the surface of a stream. It does not struggle. It does not resist. It simply moves wherever the flow takes it, and in that moving, it is free. The universe is not a machine to be fixed. It is an organism to be experienced. It is a dance to be joined. When you let go of your need to control, you will see that life moves with grace. It moves with beauty, and you are a part of that movement. Do not try to change the course of the river. Do not try to change the wind. Instead, become the river. Become the wind. And in that becoming, you will discover that you are the essence of life itself. You are not separate from the universe. You are one with it. The mountains are within you. The stars are within you. The oceans are within you. And in that vastness, you are home. When you remember who you are, when you remember that you are the sky, the clouds will no longer trouble you. They will come and go. But you will remain, always unchanged, always at peace. So surrender to the flow of life. Let go of the need to control. And in that surrender, you will find everything you seek, for it is already within you, waiting for you to remember. You are not the body. You are not the mind. You are the stillness between them, the silence that holds them. Life does not need to be forced. It does not need to be shaped. It simply needs to be allowed to unfold on its own. Like a flower opening to the sun, it does not struggle. It does not rush. It simply opens in its own time. The moment you stop trying to control, you begin to understand the truth of life, that it is not something to be mastered. It is something to be lived. And when you live it fully, without expectation, without attachment, you will find peace. Look at the trees. They do not seek to be tall. They do not seek to grow fast. They grow simply because it is their nature, and so must you. Simply be, simply grow, without effort, without strain. The more you struggle, the more life becomes a battle. But when you surrender, you discover that life is not a war. It is a dance. A dance where the music is the heartbeat of the universe. And you are the one who listens and moves in harmony with it. You are not the one who moves. You are the one who is moved. Like the wind moving the leaves, you are moved by the energy of life. You are the energy itself. The more you try to control the energy, the more it eludes you. But when you stop trying, when you simply allow it to flow through you, you become the energy. You become the flow. And in that flow, you will find your peace. Life is not something to be understood. It is something to be lived. And the more you live it, without judgment, without expectation, the more you will experience the truth that you are the universe, you are the dance, you are the music. When you stop seeking outside of yourself, when you stop chasing the fleeting moments, you will realize that everything you seek is already within you. It has always been there, waiting for you to awaken to it. So relax. Let go of all your desires. Let go of all your fears and simply be. For in that being, you will find the peace that you have been searching for. Look at the nature around you. See how everything moves in perfect harmony. The trees sway with the wind. The birds soar through the sky. The rivers flow without effort. You are not separate from nature. You are a part of it. Like the sun and the moon, like the stars and the earth. You are woven into the fabric of the universe. When you watch the world with open eyes, you will see that there is no separation. The mountains rise up and you rise with them. The ocean roars and you feel its depth. The clouds drift and you float with them. You are the earth beneath your feet. are the wind that whispers through the trees. You are the sky that holds it all. When you realize this, when you see that you are one with all of life, you will no longer feel alone. Nature does not judge. It does not seek approval. It simply is. And so must you. Allow yourself to simply be. As the flowers bloom, as the leaves fall, without resistance. The same life that moves through the trees moves through you. The same energy that flows in the river is the energy within you. You are the pulse of the earth. You are the heartbeat of the universe. When you feel the wind on your face, when you hear the song of the birds, remember that this is you. It is the language of life, speaking to you in every moment. There is no need to chase peace. There is no need to search for harmony. It is already within you. It is in the way the sun rises. It is in the way the night falls. It is in the quiet stillness of your own being. Just as the earth gives freely, without asking for anything in return, so too must you give. Give yourself to the flow of life, and in that giving, you will find the unity, the oneness that connects you to all things. So walk gently on this earth. Feel the pulse beneath you. You are a part of this beautiful dance, the dance of life. And when you realize this, you will see that all you need to do is simply be. Look at the mountains. They do not hurry to rise. They do not strive to be taller. They simply are. And in their being, they stand as a reminder that life does not need to be forced. It simply unfolds in its own time. The trees grow slowly. Their roots go deep into the earth. But they do not worry about the sky. They know they will reach it when the time is right, and so must you. Trust that you are growing. Trust that your roots are taking hold, and the sky will open to you. The rivers do not question their path. They do not worry about the rocks. They simply move around them, flowing with ease. And so, you must learn to move through life, not by fighting, but by flowing, around the obstacles, through the challenges, and with every twist, you will find your way. The birds do not worry about the air. They simply spread their wings and fly. And when you open your heart, when you trust in the rhythm of life, you too will soar, without fear, without doubt. Remember, you are nature. You are the sky. You are the ocean. You are the breeze that dances through the trees. There is no separation. There is only oneness. When you sit quietly and listen to the sounds of the earth. You will hear your own heartbeat. You will feel the pulse of life. And in that moment, you will know that you are home. You do not need to search for yourself. You do not need to look outside, for you are already here. You are already one with all things. The stars, the mountains, the rivers, the trees, they are all within you. So let go of the need to search and allow yourself to simply be as the earth simply is, as the sky simply is. You are a part of this grand masterpiece, and in your stillness, in your quiet presence, you are one with all that is. The journey does not end with the body. It simply transforms. Life is not bound by time. It flows beyond the limitations of this world. And when the body falls away, you will not disappear. You will simply shift. Think of the river. It does not end when it reaches the sea. It becomes the ocean. It becomes the sky. And from the sky, it rains down, becoming the river again. This is the cycle of life. You are not a single moment. You are the eternal flow. You are the beginning and the end, the seed and the tree. You are the cycle of birth and death, and the cycle never truly ends. It simply continues in new forms, in new experiences. When you leave this body, you will not be lost. You will be reborn. Like the leaves falling from the trees, they do not die. They return to the earth to nourish new life. And so, your essence returns to nourish the world. In each lifetime, you are given the opportunity to grow, to evolve, to awaken. And when the time comes for you to leave this form, you will carry with you the wisdom you have gained. You will carry the love you have known, and it will be woven into the next chapter of your journey. Do not fear death, for it is not an ending. It is simply a transition, a return to the source, a return to the vastness, where all things are born, and from where all things will return. In this cycle, there is no loss. There is only transformation. The soul is timeless. It moves from one body to the next, from one experience to another, and in each lifetime, it becomes more awake, more aware, more whole. You are not bound by the limitations of this world. You are the eternal essence, the spark of life that cannot be extinguished. You are the rain that falls, and the soil that receives it. You are the tree that grows, and the wind that carries its seeds. So when the time comes for you to leave this body, know that you are not going anywhere. You are simply moving to the next step in your journey. And the journey is endless. It is infinite, and you are one with it forever. The soul does not age. It does not wither. It remains untouched by time. It is eternal, always in a state of becoming. Like the stars in the sky, they do not die. They transform, burn brightly, and leave their light for all to see. And you, too, are like the stars. Each life is but a spark, a moment in the grand play of existence. But the spark is never lost. It is carried forward into the next chapter, into the next form. And each form is an opportunity to grow, to understand, to love. Reincarnation is not a mystery to be solved. It is a truth to be lived. When you look around, you see the endless cycle. The seasons change. The trees lose their leaves and then new ones appear. The sun sets, only to rise again. So too does the soul. It leaves one form and enters another. This is not something to fear. It is something to embrace. For each new life is a gift, a chance to experience, to learn, to come closer to the truth of who you are. And as you awaken, you see that death is not a stranger. It is not an enemy. It is simply a part of the dance. When you let go of the fear of death, when you surrender to the natural flow of life, you realize that you are part of something greater. You are part of the infinite cycle that never ends. It simply changes. In every form, in every life, you carry with you the essence of all that has come before. The wisdom, the love, the experiences, they are never lost. They are carried in the very fibers of your being. And when you leave one life, you step into another, ready to continue your journey, ready to continue growing. So remember, death is not the end. It is simply the shedding of the old, to make way for the new. Just as the caterpillar becomes the butterfly, so too does the soul evolve from one form to the next. There is no need to search for the meaning of life, for life is the meaning. It is in every breath, in every heartbeat. It is in every moment you live. And in the end, when you leave this body, you will not leave behind the truth of who you are, for you are the eternal light. You are the eternal flame, and that flame will never die. It will simply burn brighter and illuminate the path ahead in this lifetime and the next. You are not bound by time. You are the eternal witness to the dance of life. The soul moves through the worlds, not with fear, but with joy. For each step is an opportunity to grow, to learn, to love. And when you understand this, when you understand that you are part of something far greater than yourself, you will embrace each moment with gratitude. Every breath will become sacred. every encounter will become a blessing. And you will see that life in all its forms is a gift. You are the tree that stands tall. You are the river that flows. You are the sky that holds it all. You are the love that connects all things. And in that love, there is no fear. There is only peace. So when you look at the world, when you look at your life, know that it is perfect. In its imperfection, it is exactly as it should be. There is no need to fear the unknown. There is only trust. Trust that life will unfold in its own beautiful way. Trust that the soul will continue its journey and that you are always moving toward greater understanding. And when the time comes for you to leave this body, know that you will not be lost. You will simply move into the next chapter of your eternal journey. And that journey will always lead you back to the light. So rejoice in the beauty of life. Rejoice in the flow of the river. Rejoice in the endless cycle of birth and rebirth. For you are never alone. You are always part of the great symphony of existence. And as you walk your path, know that it is already perfect. You are already perfect, and all is well. All is always well. Balance is not something to chase. It is something to return to. The universe moves in harmony. Day and night, stillness and motion, expansion and rest. All things exist in perfect rhythm, and you are no different. When you force, you create resistance. When you let go, you find flow. Balance is not in control. It is in trust. The breath teaches this. Inhale, exhale, give, receive. Neither is more important. Both are needed. So do not fight life. Do not cling to one side. Be like the sky, holding both light and darkness. Be like the ocean, calm and powerful at once, for true balance is not found outside. It is already within you, waiting to be felt, waiting to be lived. Everything in existence moves in harmony. The stars do not rush across the sky. The river does not resist its path. Nature trusts its rhythm, and so must you. There will be moments of stillness and moments of movement, moments of clarity and moments of uncertainty. Yet, through it all, balance remains. Do not mistake balance for control. It is not about holding everything in place. It is about knowing when to hold on and when to let go. The heart beats in rhythm, not in perfect stillness. The breath flows in cycles, not in rigid patterns. Balance is not a straight line. It is a dance, and you are part of that dance, not separate from it, not outside of it, but moving with it. So trust the ebb and flow. Trust the rise and fall. For when you stop resisting, when you move with life instead of against it, you will find you were in balance all along. Balance is not something you create. It is something you return to, like the tide returning to the shore, like the breath returning to the body. The universe does not struggle to be in harmony. It simply is. The sun does not chase the moon, yet day and night find their perfect rhythm. And within you, that same rhythm exists. The balance between thought and silence, between effort and ease, between being and becoming. When you hold too tightly, life becomes heavy. When you let go, life moves freely. Balance is found in trust. Trust in the wisdom of life. Trust in the stillness within you. So do not seek balance outside of yourself. It has always been within you, waiting, like the calm beneath the waves, like the sky that holds every passing storm, no matter how far you wander, no matter how lost you feel. Balance is never gone. It is simply waiting for you to notice, to return, to be. And when you understand this, you stop resisting. You stop searching for balance, and instead, you allow it to arise, naturally, effortlessly, like the sun and the moon, like the waves and the shore, like the breath moving in and out. Balance is not forced. It is remembered. You are not meant to be only stillness, nor only movement. You are both. You are the quiet mind and the beating heart, the deep roots and the open sky. So do not fear the moments of chaos. Do not cling to the moments of peace. Both are part of the dance. Both are part of life. When you stop trying to hold one and reject the other, you will feel it, the gentle center within you, unshaken, untouched, always there. True balance is not found in perfection. It is found in acceptance, in surrender, in trust. And when you trust, when you flow with life instead of against it, you will see. You were never separate from balance. You were balance all along. Balance is the quiet thread woven through all things, the stillness beneath movement, the silence between sounds, the space where everything finds its place. The universe moves effortlessly, Stars do not force their light. Rivers do not resist their course. Everything flows in its own perfect rhythm. And you are part of that rhythm. Not separate, not outside, but deeply connected. When you stop chasing, when you stop resisting, you return to the balance that was always within you. Like the breath, like the ocean, like the endless sky. Some days will be stormy, some days will be calm. But through it all, you remain strong, steady, whole. There is nothing to fix, nothing to force, only life, unfolding exactly as it should. So trust in this moment. Trust in yourself. And know you are exactly where you are meant to be. And that is enough. In every moment, the dance of opposites unfolds, yin and yang, light and dark, stillness and movement. Each is part of the whole. Each is necessary. Each defines the other. Without night, there would be no day. Without rest, there would be no energy. Without silence, there would be no sound. These opposites are not enemies. They are partners, each playing its role in the grand dance of life. Yin is the quiet, the passive, the receptive. Yang is the active, the dynamic, the force. Together they create harmony. Together they create balance. In you, both yin and yang live, the quiet moments of reflection and the vibrant moments of action, the stillness of your breath and the movement of your thoughts. When you resist either side, when you try to force the balance, you create tension. But when you allow them to flow together, when you let yin and yang move as they wish, balance arises naturally, just as the moon needs the sun to shine, and the ocean needs the shore to form waves. You need both sides of yourself to be whole, to be complete. So, do not fear the darkness. Do not fear the quiet moments, for they are just as important as the light. Do not run from the action. Do not resist the movement of life, for it too is necessary. Embrace the dance. Embrace both sides, and as you do, you will find the perfect balance, the peace that comes when you accept both yin and yang as one. And in that acceptance, you will discover that balance is not something you need to find. It is something you simply are already, in this moment, in this breath, in this life. So trust in the flow of life. Trust that both light and dark, action and rest are working together to guide you home to your true self. And that is the beauty of balance.